running on total adrenaline. So we'll see how this full weekend, I mean, look at that first point. I mean, this is exactly how she finished the MVP of last session for MLTT in Portland as the host team. I anticipate she'll play great today and really feel it tomorrow.
She is hitting on those down-the-line shots early, forehand and backhand. 16th in the power rankings is Omoda, 2024 MVP finalist for MLTT.
And as Coach Christian was proud to mention, she has the highest Spindex rating of any of the females, so she'd like to keep that going, and the way you do it is you just win all your matches.
She's won 11 singles games this year, and she drops her first point. 11-7 is Omoda on the campaign, and this is just the second singles match of the year for Haeeun. Went 1-2 last night against Jingshan Guo. Won that third game, just the third game, off a golden point, sudden death 10-all. She takes it 11-10.
And from a stylistic, or we would say how Choi plays, it's very traditional Korean. Quick off the bounce up at the table, very strong forehand. Kotomi, for the paddlers, has a similar style, but her serves are her strength. She really mixes up the serves well, sets up how she's going to play that first point, and it allows her many opportunities to put the ball away. That time, Omoda went for a big backhand flip off the serve.
Haeeun has her first lead of this first game.
4-3.
An exhilarating exchange and winning it. Just one shot better was Haeeun, who was a first place finisher in the 2023 Korean National Championships in doubles.
Both these players extremely comfortable up at the table playing off the bounce. It's almost like they'll play strength into strength. Again, look for the serve advantage from Omoda. She will often set herself up for that third ball attack that she just missed.
Went for it on the +1. These are two that are very much offensive oriented. Not looking either one of them for much of an excuse to find a forehand to rip.
Oh, that was a very nice backhand digging push. See that ball barely off of Choi's racket. Didn't even get to the net. Kotomi mixing it up. Here comes that heavy backhand chop. You can see the label on the ball spinning.
Runs it right past the Omoda forehand, sits on the serve and just finds a wide angle right through the defenses.
Once again, Choi able to find a weak area with Omoda up at the table. Playing out wide to the forehand has really made Choi look that much stronger in these quick exchanges.
8-7.
How much do you feel like keeping tabs on the air count of these two could be just how decisive that might play into it?
Yeah, I think both players realize they're taking big swings, and if you're not in the perfect position, that big swing can work against you. They're so good up at the table, though. That time, Omoda able to find that forehand pocket of Choi, not giving her much space to play that counterattack.
Pocket referencing right up the middle, where it's sort of that crossover point between forehand and backhand.
And that's the second time, Brian, that deep push that Omoda is doing has served up big dividends there. Choi is going to have to lift that ball much higher to deal with the heavy underspin.
Serves down the line and then got it rocketed past her off the forehand cross. So many of these points are whether Choi finds the court or finds the net with her forehand.
Yeah, her forehand is finding a wide, weak Omoda full extension.
Let. 9 off.
A game point is coming up for Choi after Omoda caught the net on the backhand. A stunning start for Choi.
And right now, Choi very aggressive with her backhand attacks. And both players play similar styles up at the table. They don't want to give an inch, they don't want to back up. But Choi, finding that weak side on the forehand has really worked well. Oh, there's a great set of returns by Omoda, but Choi continues that relentless attack to go up 2-0.
Blistering forehands one after another. Moving her targets around on the table as well to throw off Omoda.
0-3.
After winning the first 3 points of the first game, Omoda has dropped the first 3 points of the second game.
Choi feeling a lot more rhythm, dealing with Omoda's very difficult serves. And there's a pop-up there, but Omoda nets out again. And you can see the frustration on her face. She's looking at her racket saying, you know, help me a little bit more. How that ball landed, I think that Choi was surprised as she thought she had the upper hand in the backhand-to-backhand exchange, but finally Omoda takes one down the line that just clips the back edge of the table.
There's only been one loss on the season for Portland, and you got to go all the way back to week 1. It's week 4 now of the season. Portland had lost 16-5 to the Texas Smash, but they haven't really been in a situation like this, Sean, where they're down 4 points in an early deficit like this.
I know this is a different feeling for the paddlers, and look at the difficulty on that serve from Omoda. Choi pushed it about 6 feet off the table, complete misread. The hand action that Omoda is able to do off of her serve. But right now, it has been all slice here. I mean, they've got to be feeling good with Adam Hugh leading the way.
Attacking to those corners off the backhand. A nice combination there for Choi. 5-3 in front. You knew exactly what she was trying to do there, although she missed the table.
So, sometimes when the easy shots are there, you just either hold back an extra second or you overplay it.
A sensational exchange. Both digging trenches right atop the baseline. 5-all.
I mean, these are just power forehands back and forth. Choi getting the better of the exchange. Really good technique. Omoda loves to take those forehands down the line when she gets an opportunity.
What she doesn't like in finding the net there is playing off of her back foot.
Right. And that's not going to be easy because Choi can put so much pressure on you, and you can see she can either take it into the backhand side or take it out to the forehand, which is where Omoda's had really her Achilles heel there. Here comes a ball, sending it wide out to the forehand. Omoda's doing everything she can just to put her paddle on the ball.
All backhands in that short-lived exchange. The Slice already wins this year against the Blazers, the Crocs, and the Revolution. Their one loss was to the Gold Rush of Carolina.
5-9.
And right now, the Paddlers have to be feeling like they need something to change here, because to go down 0-5 would not be what Christian Lillarus thought coming into today's day after the great performance yesterday, winning 16-5 against the Wind.
For fans who are new to this format, how hard is it to come back if you see Omoda drop this second game, to then try to come back from 5-love?
It's brutal. I mean, it's one thing to just win matches because everyone is so competitive, so strong. The parity of the league is right there because of the draft. Right now, Omoda has to figure out a way of getting back into this match. And there's a nice forehand. I think when she's moving forward, that's giving her a lot more. You'll see on this replay here as she loops through the ball. And again, that's exactly what Adam Hugh mentioned. Once you get into these fast exchanges, don't be afraid to take something off the ball, forcing the opponent to possibly be reaching up, as that ball doesn't come with the same pace, but they took their backswing as if it was the same timed ball. So mixing it up, changing the timing, changing the depth.
More game points. One saved off the errant return is served, but Choi with a race to 11 in each of these games.
Big serve by Omoda right now.
Caught the net and it dribbled over. In week one, this is her 7th match of the season, and unbecoming of her as she drops her first service point.
Yeah, and you actually, if you watch closely, she hit herself in the head, kind of reminding herself, I know, let's get this thing going. It's a nice backhand play there by Kotomi, but I'm sure she's thinking she cannot afford the sweep at this stage. Slice would be more than halfway home getting into this team match where generally we've seen a lot of 8-7 matches with 15 points on the line in the singles and doubles components. If the Slice could get 6 here, then Portland's going to have to get some sweeps to just get back into it, otherwise face a chance of a huge blowout.
As perspective, and again, there's so much to be determined, but if Portland doesn't win, it's the biggest upset of the season.
Easily, based on where they've played more matches than any other team, and with a 6-1 record, doing extremely well in the Golden Games themselves. But you could just see, look at Kotomi. She wants everything within her body to score this point, and it's like, what am I going to have to do to make this loop land?
You feel her agony out there. Pushes back Choi and then plays it through the middle to shut down the native of South Korea. The shot you might do once in a lifetime is an everyday occurrence with these players.
Just a combination, great hands, staying with the point, but staying on the attack. That's the main thing for Choi, as she brings it within 1. And when, Brian, you win those big points, it gives you so much more confidence to take higher risks because you realize everything's landing. Choi, perfect timing. Omoda is really just trying to find her rhythm.
How much is her game, as Omoda misses off the third ball, is finding the short ball off the serve and then trying to dictate from there?
Yeah, no, with Omoda, everything revolves around the serve. And if she gets nothing to work with, then that first ball almost becomes like a lollipop. You can just jump on top of it, do whatever you want. Choi, again, giving Omoda some of what she saw in game one with those deep pushes.
Winning the battle for pace between Choi and Kotomi was Omoda. Lots of backhands in that exchange.
A nice battle of the backhands. That time, Kotomi had more spin on her ball. As you could see that Choi is trying to cover it, sent it long. Nice deep serve there by Choi. Omoda controlled it very nicely, gave the pressure back. Choi goes long on that ball, but right now, Kotomi with the serve, she needs to score one, if not two of these, to keep some more pressure on the slice.
Change of pace there on the redirect, misses the backhand. She saw some open space up the line, but could not execute.
Good serve, short, side spin, top spin. Choi went for a big loop, needed to move her feet more to get on top of that ball.
You could see she was lunging a little bit.
Yeah, got to get there quick. And then set your feet. Much better situation here for Choi.
3 ripped forehands, and then she sees Omoda go long. 8-7, Kotomi. What was she thinking there on the push deep that misses?
Yeah, it just looked like Kotomi, as she was stepping in, halfway through the stroke, realized that she didn't have a good read on the serve, the amount of spin, went underneath it, a little bit more side top spin on the ball, sent it long. And once again, because in the rallies, Choi has just been amazing.
When she's ahead in points, she's missing Omoda. That was a point where she was slightly in front on the front side.
The thing is, Choi is taking her time, just really relaxing and letting Omoda carry the heavy weight of the tempo.
A chance to sweep for Choi. She hasn't done that all year.
What a return by Omoda on a very wide ball out to her forehand. I thought Choi was going to be hitting a winner on that ball. Somehow Kotomi brought it back.
This is our first golden point, sudden death, meaning the next point is your winner in the third game.
Omoda with the serve.
That has to feel somewhat relieving for Omoda, who comes back from saving multiple game points and does get on the board. Instead of going down 6-love, it's 5-1. Paddlers get their first point as Omoda